Welcome, I'm Carol Watwood, Health Sciences Librarian at WKU Libraries. I'd like to thank Dr. Green for inviting me to talk to you about library resources and early intervention. I'll show you how to connect to our WKU Libraries website to access books, journal articles, and library databases from on or off campus, how to get materials we don't have, and how to get help. Now let's get started. Open your web browser and go to WKU Libraries, on or off campus. Under the banner WKU Libraries are our hours. Our main library is Home Cravens Library. Locations. Under Services, Ask Us directs you to our help desk and our help number. Now let's scroll down. OneSearch Library Catalog is like a Google for libraries. It has our books, has many journal articles, reference entries, videos, and other materials that we have at WKU. If you're off campus, click Off Campus Login to start. Log in with your NetID and password. You do not need another password to use our website. If you're ever asked to pay, call our help desk at 270-745-6125 and we can probably get access to the book or article at no cost to yourself. Now let's look for a book. We're going to look for the book Language Disorders from Infancy through Adolescence to see if our library has this book. I've looked for this recently, so autocomplete will autocomplete my search. Search to search. Don't want 2001. 2012 is the latest edition. We have two versions of this book, a print and an online copy. We have many print and online books. The first copy is online. To look at this book, I just click View Online. View full text. I can do this from off campus at no cost to myself. Scroll down to see the table of contents. To read a chapter of this book, I click the link. Here's the chapter. Many but not all of our ebooks can be saved or downloaded or printed online. X to exit out of this book. That's how I read an online book. The second copy of Language Disorders from Infancy through Adolescence is a print copy. The way I tell this is that it has a physical location, Home Cravens Library Stacks in the main library. Here's the Library of Congress call number beginning with RJ. To find out where this book is, where I can go get it, I click Map It. This book is on the 9th floor of the library, range 26. I go up to the 9th floor of the Home Cravens Library, get the book, take it down to 4th floor circulation services. I can check it out for 4 weeks with my student ID and renew it online. This book is checked out, so it's not available. If it were not checked out, it would have a green dot. I'm going to scroll back up, X out. Now I'm going to do a search of a subject. Say I want to look for a book on early intervention. I click in the OneSearch box, type the words early intervention, search. This finds books, journal articles, reference entries, and other materials. To limit to books, I go to Resource Type on the left-hand side of the page, click Books. Everything else that's not a book will drop out. Here's a book called Early Intervention Practices Around the World. To find this book, I click Map It and go to the Education Library. Now I'd like to look for articles. Books are on rather general topics. Articles tend to be more specific. Say I want to look for parents and early intervention in speech or language. I'm going to enter the word parents. I'll put an asterisk instead of the S. An asterisk is a wild card. You don't have to use it, but it will search for parent, parents, or parental. If I don't put a word between the two, connector between the two words, it will assume I mean and. Now I'm looking for parents, early intervention, and either speech or language. Search. Say I want just peer-reviewed journals on this topic. Click peer-reviewed journals. Everything that's not a peer-reviewed journal will drop out. We should have all these journal articles. To read the full copy online, I click View Online. It should be an Adobe Acrobat file. You'll have to have Adobe Acrobat on your computer to read this article. Libraries, to go back to the home page. I showed you how to use OneSearch to find our books and many of our articles. The best and most thorough way to find articles by topic is using our library databases. I'm going to click on Library Databases. I'm going to show you EBSCOhost and Google Scholar and tell you about PubMed. E for EBSCOhost is a very useful family of library databases. A database is an online index of articles, some of which we have and some of which we don't have, that can be used to find articles by topic. Academic Search Complete. In this case, I'm going to select more than one database. I can search this family, I can select several of them, or I can click one of the blue links. I'm going to select Academic Search Complete, CINAHL, Communication and Mass Media Complete, ERIC, Medline, and PsycInfo. I scroll down. When I checked all the ones I want, I click Continue to continue. Now I'm going to write a searchable question and break it apart into separate chunks. I'm interested in parent-led early intervention in speech or language. If I put parent-led intervention in language all in one box, I'll probably get absolutely nothing. EBSCOhost likes me to break my search apart into chunks. In the first box, I'm going to put parent-led. And the second one, I'm going to put early intervention. It will autocomplete. Everybody has their own searching style. Mine may not be yours. If you're a beginner, keep it simple. I've broken it apart into 3 parts. Each part has to be present for an article to be found. If I like, I can add other terms that authors might use. Think about what a person working in the field might call an article. I could say language or speech. And when I look at my articles, I find that they say parent-led. Sometimes they say or parent-implemented. Or parent-coached. That's how I can add other terms that people might use to find more articles. When I scroll down here, I can limit by years. These are limiters. These cut down my search. Always use them last, because in case you don't find many to begin with, these will cut your search down. 2007. In most of our EBSCOhost databases, we can limit to scholarly or peer-reviewed journals, also called academic journals. When I'm done entering my search terms and limiters, I click Search. I get a list of results. 1009, that's an awful lot to look at, but they're ranked by relevance. Usually the best articles will be on the first or second page of my results. Now let's look at the first article. I can click the blue hyperlink, gives me more information about this article. I can add it to my folder to list for email, print, or saving. I can email it. I can cite it. This is the cite button. Most of our databases will do this, and I'll give you a warning. It makes a lot of mistakes, but it's much better than nothing. I can copy and paste this into my paper. I notice one here, of, is capitalized, but this will more or less put it in APA format. Click Cite again to make this disappear. Permalink lets me bookmark this so I can go directly to it later. Linked full text gives me the full version of the article. If I click this link, I can read the entire article online at no cost to myself. Scroll down to read it. This is usually an Adobe Acrobat file. I can download it and I can print it. If you have any trouble doing this, call our help desk or contact me and we can get you the full text. Back to go back. Result list to go back to the result list. Sometimes you'll find an article that we don't have a full text link. Let me find one down here. Let's see. These all have attached full text. See the link down at the bottom? That's how you open the full article. Journal of Policy and Practice in Intellectual Disabilities. Let's see if we have this one. It says check for full text at WKU libraries. No full text available. What do I do now? I click Request from Interlibrary Loan. Our Interlibrary Loan Service has what's called Get It Now, usually within 1 or 2 working days, but pretty good turnaround time anyway. You can click this link. An interlibrary loan request will be filled out automatically, and you click Submit Request. The electronic copy of the article will arrive in your inbox, often within 1 to 2 working days, but pretty promptly. Just wanted to show you this. I don't want to request this right now, so I'll click Cancel. That is called Get It Now. That's what you do if it says no full text available, request from interlibrary loan. X to X out of this window and go back to my list. Now I'm going to show you how to make a list and email it to yourself. I can click Share, Results 1 to 50. This is called a folder. Notice all these turn yellow. Think of putting all these articles in a big yellow file folder. Go to Folder View and select, and you can email all 50 articles. Email. I can also email these in APA format. I'm going to change this to APA, put in my email address, and I don't really want to email these, so I'm going to go back. And I'm going to delete all these out of my folder because I don't really want to send them to myself. If I want to save these for another search session, I can sign in, and that way my folder will save permanently. Follow the on-screen instructions to save it permanently. I can click the back key to go back to my search. Always look for a back or an X or a back arrow. If I want to just send 3 of these to myself, I can go ding, 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 folder, go back to my folder, and then email just these 3. If you're printing full text articles, click the full text link and print them one by one. Be careful when you're printing full text. Many articles are very long, and we want to be a little bit green. So I selected multiple databases in EBSCOhost, put in my search topic, and got my search results, picked out the ones I want. I'll show you how to search just one database in EBSCOhost. I'm going to go back to Choose Databases, Detailed View. I'm going to search just Medline. Why would I want to do this? I'm going to click the blue hyperlink to just search Medline. And notice since it's the same session, my search terms stay in here. When you search just one database, you have advanced functions. For example, if you want only infants from 1 to 23 months, I can click this link. CINAHL, or Cumulative Index to Nursing and Allied Health Literature, also has this age limiter. I'm going to limit to very young children and click Search. And it's found 5 articles, some of which we have and some of which we don't have. These are ones that just have the tag 1 to 23 months. These are medical subject headings. These are like hashtags that are assigned within Medline. So if I want to fine-tune my search, such as for a specific age group, I might want to limit to a specific database such as Medline or CINAHL. Now I'm going to go back to the home page. I showed you databases, searching EBSCOhost by group, and also a single database such as Medline. Before we quit databases, I'd like to show you Google Scholar. Google Scholar can be used as a database. If you sign in through this page, Databases, enter your NetID and password, go to G. You can connect to articles that are open access on the internet as well as ones held at WKU libraries. I'm going to look for the topic, Verbal Problem Solving in Children with Autism. Notice it auto-completes because I've just searched this recently. Custom range, since 2007. Search. The most highly linked articles, this has been cited by 674 people, will be pushed up to the top. The ones with full text will have full text links off to the right. This can be used just like EBSCOhost for searching articles by topic. That's Google Scholar, EBSCOhost. PubMed is an extremely useful database also for speech-language pathology, and that is shown in a separate video. So I've shown you Google Scholar, searching for articles by topic, EBSCOhost databases, searching articles by topic, OneSearch, books and some articles. I'm going to go back to WKU Libraries homepage by clicking Libraries and Research Guides. All guides. Communication Sciences and Disorders. Here's a link to my contact information and all these resources I've been showing you. Google Scholar, PubMed, EBSCOhost has a guide, how do I cite this? Also, you have your own page, SLP 501, with a copy of this video in PowerPoint slides, database search examples. Back to WKU Libraries. Before we quit, I'd like to show you a couple other links. Here's the link to go directly to Interlibrary Loan. Here is Distance Education Library Services. If you're an online student, you can click this link and we can send books to you outside of Bowling Green at no cost to yourself. We can check them out to you and send them to you online. Thank you for watching.